Hey homies, welcome back. Today we're going to make a Valentine's Day card. We're going to use Gladys. I do have a short up from last year, putting her together really quick. I'll try to remember to link it in the description. It's not very good. I had just started trying to do shorts, but you can still see what's going on. So we're going to use Gladys. We're going to use some stuff out of this side order. We're going to use Love You from this Spellbinders word die set. This is so handy. I like the size. I like the font. I use it a lot. I've got this stencil that is from Now Closed Down, close to my heart. So we're going to do a little stencil background. And then we've got these nested dies from scrapbook.com. So let's get going. Alrighty, let's get this background stenciled. I'm going to use 2 shades of pink. So this is not going to be a super loud background. Just want the little bit of texture and you'll be able to see the love here and there. Got Kish Flamingo and Picked Raspberry. And we're just going to blend down this little stencil. I'm going to start with Kish Flamingo near the top. And I'm going to use a blending brush for this. And this is the Waffle Flower Mini Stencil Mat. I've had it for a couple years since it first came out. I have not gone to the side of the sticky mats yet. I've considered it, but I just haven't. This still works pretty well for me, so I haven't done it. All right, let's move into Picked Raspberry. Now this will show up a little more because Picked Raspberry is pretty bright. Look at that. See, just kind of subtle, but you can see it. All right, I'm gonna throw a little ink at this. I've got some Dilutions ink spray. This is bubblegum pink, and then a little mica distress stain in Winterberry. Remember, with micas, always ring your bell. Don't shake up and down. It gives you a better chance of not getting mica stuck in your tube and ruining your sprayer. First, I'm going to take this Dilutions. Let me test it, make sure it's still, oh yeah. This is a bright, bright pink. There we go. And we're going to take the tube out of the Winterberry. We're going to set this off to the side to dry. I like to do a little blot sometimes. Not every time, but once in a while. This one I'm blotting. Now I'm going to get Gladys cut out and I'll be back. I went ahead and did Gladys twice because I'm going to make another card. I didn't do her legs because she's going to be nested and this is all going to be covered. So she didn't need her legs. Next, I'm going to cut some of this out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this little envelope and then a whole bunch of extra hearts. So I've got a couple of shades of pink. And I've got some red. And even a little pink glitter. So I'm going to run all this through the little buddy. And I'll be back with it all cut out to show you. Got all my side order pieces cut out. And I need to put the candy box and the little envelope together. So I don't know if you can see this or not. Yeah, you can barely. When you cut this out, it does score lines. So you're just going to take it and follow the score lines and fold it up into a little envelope. And I like to take my bone folder. I think I have one over here. You know, and give that a good push so it's easier to keep it where it needs to be. Now again, I'm going to do 2 cards, so I did 2 of everything. And I probably am not going to use all those hearts, but you know how I feel about the little stuff. Cut them out. It just folds up like this. I'm going to put a little glue in there just so those flaps stay down. And then just give it a good press. Then you add a heart right there on the flap. And I think we'll use the same red as the candy box. And look at that, you have the cutest little love note. Ugh. Now we've got our candy boxes. And these are pretty simple. You just layer this on here. And then you add your ribbon. Easy peasy. Now you could be really fancy and use real ribbon instead of the die cut ribbon, but I'm not going to be that fancy. Tim gave me die cut ribbon, I'm going to die cut ribbon. There we go. So there's that one. Little bear glue makes the world go round. And we'll add the bow. And look how cute those are. I'm going to put Gladys in this arch. There's my Gladys. Oh, that one will be perfect, won't it? Yeah, we'll give her a little frame. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go cut out a frame for Gladys to sit in, and I'll be right back. I've got my little frame and a white backer for it. My background is dry, so we're going to trim this down to a card front. And we're just going to put this on the front of the card. So there, our front panel is on. We're going to put our little frame and our Gladys. And I'm going to put this up towards the top so that the sentiment can go down at the bottom. Looks decent. Okay, and Gladys is going to be in there. I'm going to trim that off a little more down there at the bottom. Put a couple hearts in there first behind her. And then the adorable Gladys. And the love note. Let's add a few of those smaller hearts. And then all we need is the sentiment and the inside. Now I'm going to cut the sentiment from red glitter, and then I'm going to cut it a couple of times out of black cardstock too and stack it up so it's a little more dimensional. Here's our little stacked sentiment. Super cute. Now we'll bring Gladys back over here. And we're just going to add our sentiment at the bottom of the card. Let's get our tweezers out and a little bear glue. And then for the inside, because you know how I feel, no naked insides, I'm just going to take a strip that I trimmed off of this, put it in here along the bottom, and then we'll just add a few of the hearts. There we go. How cute did that turn out? Now this was a Valentine's Day card with no actual Valentine products. I think the closest one you could say would be a Valentine product would be the side order, right? But this did not come out for Valentine's Day. These came out, what, December? And that's the newest thing that I used. Everything else is older. You know, the frames, all of it's from last year. The stencil is a few years old. The sprays are a few years old. So we used Gladys. We used the side order. We used word dies from Spellbinders and the arch die from scrapbook.com. And of course the stencil from Close to My Heart. I'm sure there's plenty of other things out that are similar. Close to My Heart is no longer in business. So, you know, I would just look for a love stencil somewhere else. Or you know what? If you have an electric die cutter, Silhouette, Cricut, probably even a scan and cut, whatever, you can always cut your own. I've cut some of my own stencils. It's really easy to do. Anyway, y'all have a lovely day. Remember, be excellent to each other and go make something. Bye-bye.